Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nick. I talk about Xaya, I play Xaya. Today is another recap day of Soccer Manager Elite. We're gonna have a look at the key price, how it's going up or down, and also at the very end of the video I will also show a little bit of the trend of who are the players that are trending the most in the Soccer Wiki website, where the ratings of all players playing in Soccer Manager Elite are gathered. So that's a very important tip for you to know how to invest money, guys, because the rating influences the weight, and if you buy shares of the player, your dividend, your payout is based on the share. So you want that, you know, the rating goes up so that their wage goes up and also your dividend goes up. So let's start with this video. Let's try to keep it quick and then I'll see you at the end. Ciao. Here we go. As usual, we start with a very brief overlook on the key price, what's going on in the COINEX exchange. Remember that the key token of the Xaya blockchain and Xaya company, which is not a company, but you know, of Xaya, this token you can find it in centralized exchange in the form of its native key token, or you can also find it wrapped in the Ethereum blockchain in the centralized exchanges like Uniswap, of course, for Ethereum, or also you can find it in Polygon, in QuickSwap, or in the Binance Smart Chain network, in PancakeSwap. And yes, of course, there is also Uniswap, but also Probit, which is another centralized exchange, and Liquid, another centralized exchange. The reason why I'm looking at the price of COINEX, which is a centralized exchange, is simply because I can have access in trading view, not for any other reason. But anyway, let's have a look at what went on in the past week. This is the daily of the key price against USD dollar, and you can see that we actually are still trading within this green area, which is what I consider a pretty safe zone based on previous trade back here. There's been a lot of volume, well, relatively to the key token, not huge volumes, but relatively higher volume than usual in this price range in October, between August and October of last year. And in fact, you can see that now in the past weeks we kind of found a bottom at this horizontal support level at around 24 cents, 23.8, 24 cents, and we actually wigged down below, touching the bottom of the green area this day, which was the 27th of January, and then it got bought up until, let me zoom a little bit, until we reached this actual support, and then again we bounced against it, went up, bounced against it. So we tested it already 3, 4, 5 times, and then we went up just like the old market. And as you can see, the resistance, as soon as we wick off away from this green area, we've been rejected by the 200 exponential moving average, which is just an indication for me. I don't know how significant this resistance is, because it's just an average, it's an exponential moving average, but apparently it works pretty good. As you can see in this day, the price bounced exactly at the intersection with this mean, which was 32 cents, and then we started trending down just like all the market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everyone else. And it looks like today we are at 25 cents, which is exactly an interesting level, because as you can see, this level I can actually trace a line. Here we go. You can see this line roughly horizontal. Okay, it was a bit of a quick line, but you can see that with the point, so it acted as a resistance already 1, twice, 2 times, and then when we broke it, acted as a support 1 and 2 times, and now we're approaching it. So let's see if this level holds. If it doesn't, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see again the 23 cents, 23.8, 24 cents, and that's a very strong support in my opinion. So just remember, this is not financial advice at all. I'm just showing you what I see and what I think my brain is thinking. I'm not a financial expert or nothing whatsoever, just reporting what I see. Don't take it as a financial advice, just do do your own research, because the money is yours. Unless you want to give it to me, give it to me. Just let me know. And enough with the price key. Actually, let's go to the game. What happened in Soccer Manager Elite in the past 2 weeks? Actually, 2 weeks. I have to show you 2 weeks because last week I was super busy. So I think a lot of stuff happened, guys. Let's have a look. Here we go. So let's have a look what happened in the past 2 weeks. So we're talking about more. Actually, I'm only looking at the league table. So we're talking about 4 matches away. If you look at my last video and look at this video, this is what I'm talking about, the difference between my past video. Okay, let's start with, of course, League 1, where the big money are. And we can see that Torino by Kryptonite is no longer number 1, but is still there, only 4 points away from the top, and the top is contended between Valencia, managed by Pine Natal, well done, and also Real Madrid by Tigre Baker. And the fight is on, guys, the fight is on. As you can see, Valencia and Real Madrid are very close together. There is a big advantage for Valencia because they have a goal difference of 17 goals. So basically there are 6 goals away from Real Madrid. Even if the championship finished right now, they would win because the goal difference is in their favor by 6 goals. And then we can see that Manchester United by Ola came up and reached the 4th position, so well done. And then another consideration to see is Paris Saint-Germain. We also did a focus because Paris Saint-Germain was doing very well. 2 weeks ago Paris Saint-Germain was in 4th position and today is at 8th position, so something is not working as good as it was anymore, or it's just bad luck, I don't know. And Grimes, don't give up. And then we can also see how Roma is actually doing pretty good. Roma, managed by Omega Wolf, that's his first season in the League 1, so he's facing the big bosses, and Roma is in the 10th position, which is not bad at all. As you can see, in the last 4 matches, Roma won all of them, so congratulations, big boss. But also Everton, another one that with Roma last season came up and got promoted in League 1. We can also see that Everton as well is now in the 13th position, while 2 weeks ago it was 18th. So Harris, you're coming. And then the relegation zone, we can see that Burnley is the new last, having lost the last 6 matches. Kofix has 9 points so far. And then Sassuolo, Sevilla and Atalanta, they're all struggling to get out from the relegation zone. As you can see, all of the last four teams, they are only 3 to 4 points away from relegation zone. So it's still very early, but you can see that the battle for the getting out from the relegation is pretty strong and competitive. Actually, you know what I did? I forgot to show you the results of the last match. Let's look at the results actually. Here we go, almost forgot. Lazio Juventus 1-0, Paris Saint-Germain Sassuolo 0-1, Atalanta Internazionale 2-3, Everton 3, Barcelona 0. That's a big win for Everton, Aris. Real Madrid 3, Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0, Manchester City 2, Valencia, wow, 7, Burnley 0, Manchester United 0, Milan 4, Sevilla 1, Torino 0, and Villarreal 1, and Roma 2. Let's go now to see what I did in League 2B. And I already checked this time and it's horrible. It's very horrible. Getafe is in a crisis. I need to find something, but let's have a look. Here we go, the result of last match, Sunday 13th February for League 2B. Cincinnati 1, Cagliari 1, Cruzeiro 0, Angers 2, Club America 0, Rangers 1, Stoke City, Southampton 0-0, Chelsea 1, San Lorenzo 2, Getafe 0, Celta Vigo 5. That's crazy, never lost that badly. Anyway, Olympiacos 0, Swansea City 2, Levante 3, PAOK 0, Palmeiras Stade Rennais 1-1, and then Tottenham Hotspur 0 and Feyenoord 3. Let's have a look at the league table. I know it's gonna be super horrible for me. I already know, of course. I don't even want to look. You see, I'm not even in the top 10. It's very bad. It cried red alert for Getafe. I need to find some. Anyway, what's going on? We have a new number 1. As you can see, Angers, SCO, new number 1 with 27 points. Look at the 4 winning streak that they had. And also, look at Celta Vigo, managed by Mavericks. Celta Vigo is coming very strong. Celta Vigo was 5th 2 weeks ago, and now is second, 2 points away from the first position, and it looks like the momentum is green for Celta Vigo, very green. Actually, they crashed me in my hometown by 5 goals. Celta Vigo, I don't know what to think. I think maybe it's a bug. It's definitely a bug. No, it's not a bug. It's just a loss. And then third position by Olympiacos, managed by Manolito 10 with 25 points. He lost a little bit of steam, because if I'm not mistaken, Olympiacos was number 1 2 weeks ago. And then Chelsea by Ashwar with 24 points. As you can see, all of these, even Stade Rennais in the 5th position, they're only at 3 points from the top. So we're still early, and there are still a lot of points to be played, a lot of games to be played in the league, and a lot of points. So it's very early now, but we can already see that Celta Vigo and Olympiacos, Celta Vigo Angers also, it's a good time for them. Let's see how long they can go. It's a very horrible time for Getafe in the other end, because look at the relegation zone. Relegation zone, Getafe, my team, is in 19th position, and this is a deep dive that I took from the 9th position up to the 19th position in 2 weeks. As you can see, it's very bad. I have 13 points, and then two teams above me, they also have 13 points, and then PAOK with the 14 points at the 16th position. Very good stuff for PAOK, managed by Rex, and for Feyenoord, managed by Netherbrooks, because they managed to get out from relegation zone as compared to 2 weeks ago. Very bad for me, of course, because I entered relegation zone pretty badly. But the real big boss of this area of League 2B is Palmeiras. Palmeiras was 17 2 weeks ago, and now look at him. Look at Palmeiras, number 8. Very good done, Lucas CRR. Lucas CRR. Good job, very good job. I'm very jealous. Let's have a look what happened in my match very quickly. The statistics. How come that I lost by 5? Let's go. What is my match? Here we go. My match. So my team was not the best team, because most of my players were exhausted by previous matches that I had in various league, in the Shield Cup, for example. So my formation was not the best one, but that's not a good excuse. As you can see, let's have a look at the information. They scored 2 minutes after the game started, at the end of the first half, and then they scored other 3 goals in 10 minutes, in less than 10 minutes. That's crazy. There's something weird with my defense. Let's see the commentary. So the ball possession is 57 to 43 for Celta Vigo. It's not that big, but the total shots 15 against 9. Okay, I even shot, and look at it, shot on target. They only target my goal 7 times, which roughly makes up 50%, a bit around 50% accuracy, while me, out of the 9 shots, 8 were on target, but none were in. So very good job for the goalkeeper of Celta Vigo. Very bad job for my goal. Corners 1-1, which is a good indication. Yellow card, red card. Okay, I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but it went very bad. Quick look at the transfer market. Let's see if there's something interesting. There is actually something interesting. There is this name for an attacking midfielder, right, which is Zaniolo. It's been sold by Roma. 22 years old, 89 rating. He has already received 6 bids. Only 2 days left, guys, and the highest bids is almost 10 million. Let's have a look at him very quickly. It looks like the fight is between, yes, I put a bet over there, but the fight is between Watford and Genoa. Watford and Genoa, they are trying to get this player as much as they can. Watford, the last bid is by Genoa, that is bidding 9.5 million, and let's see what it does. I mean, if I wanted to try, yes, I could, but I'm pretty sure that these guys, they will outbid me by a lot, because I don't have a lot of money, and I actually need an attacking midfielder, right? I actually need it, but 10 million is a bit dangerous for me, because I'm a small club. Let's see very quick. I know Watford is rich. I want to see Watford and Genoa wallet. I want to see how much SMC they have, how much purchasing power they have. Definitely more than me. Let's check the finances of Genoa and Watford. Okay, Genoa. Let's go to finances. Genoa plays in League 4A. Not a huge not a huge league. I mean, here we go. As you can see, Genoa has 35 million SMC to spend, and the starting balance of Genoa is 31 million. So they started pretty super huge, and they're basically now 35 million. So a lot of money, way more than me. And now let's see actually who's the manager of Genoa. Ninjax. Ninja. You have a lot of money, Ninjas. Ninja. Let's see Watford. Watford was one of Harry's team. Harry is the richest player in Soccer Manager Elite right now. Here we go. Watford, managed by E. Musaj. Finances. Watford plays in League 3A. Finances, they have 20 million SMC. Okay, so Genoa 35, Watford around 20. What about me? Getafe, finances. Let's see how much money I have. Only 10. You see, I'm very poor. I don't know how these guys can make that much money, actually. I really don't know. I wish I knew. You know what I will do? I will probably study them, and next time I will tell you. Yeah. By the way, last time I showed you how to place a bid for shares, and I got Hakimi, and I was trying to show you my account to see the shares of this player coming, and they didn't. But it was just a matter of time, like 5 minutes after they appeared. I just wanted to show you here. If you go to profile, which is your profile, you go to portfolio, you see all your belongings or your assets, and as you can see now, I have Hakimi, 561 shares of Hakimi that we discovered in Soccer Wiki, the website where you find the rating of the player that will play in here. So basically this game sourced the rating from this Soccer Wiki crowdsourced soccer database. Okay, let's have a look at it because it's very interesting. Actually, it's a strategy for you to discover new gems, like I showed you in my past video. Here we go. Once again, we are here in this Soccer Wiki database. You can see that the top trending players are Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Lukaku, Adama Traoré, Vlahovic, Mbappé, Elliott, McGurk, that I don't know, Facundo Farias, that is a wonder boy from Argentina, that apparently Liverpool is very, very interested in this guy, and is very, very young. He's like 17 years old, something like that. The problem is that Facundo Farias is not in Soccer Manager Elite right now, but if Facundo Farias gets bought in the real life by Liverpool, then in the new release of Soccer Manager Elite, Facundo Farias will be included, and is only 17 years old, playing in Liverpool. I smell like a very, very big chance for a revenue, because remember, if you buy the shares low, you get a dividend, and then once the shares of the player increase, the share value, because the wage increased, well, you get paid more. If the wage increased because the rating increased, your payout of your shares you buy increased. So actually, let's have a look at, for example, Vlahovic. Here you go, Vlahovic, Dusan Vlahovic. He's a striker, central striker, rating of 90, 22 years old, Serbian. What I want to show you guys is his rating. Look at that. In 2015, it was around 70. Now in November is 90. But look at the most recent changes. In September 2020, it was 85. It's been then January last year 86, June last year 88, December last year, a few months ago, 90. Now it's still 90. Do you think it's gonna increase? But most importantly, what's the rating in Soccer Manager Elite? Because remember, now we're playing a beta, and the beta started it, I think, in 2020. So the players are not updated yet. They will be updated in the full release. But Vlahovic in Soccer Manager Elite is gonna be rated 85. Let's have a look at Vlahovic in Soccer Manager League. Let's search Vlahovic. Here we go, Dusan Vlahovic. He plays for Swansea City. Swansea City is actually in my league, in League 2B. Share price of 12, but what you really want to see is actually the wage. Because if you buy a share from this player, for example, rated 85, he gets a wage of 14,000 SMC, and based on this wage you get your dividend. Remember, your dividend is computed as you take the weekly wage of the player, in this case 14,000. The 2% of this weekly wage gets distributed to all the shareholders, holders. Okay, so if you have 100%, you have all the shares of this player, the 2% of 14,000 SMC every time that he plays, it's yours. If you have 50%, 2% the shares of this player, half of the 2% of his stipend is yours. So depending on how many shares you have and your basically ratio, how many you have, if you have only 10%, you're gonna get the 10% of the 2% of the player wage. So your payout, your dividend will increase because of the wage. But what about the shares? Because remember, when you buy shares of a player, you basically get paid a passive income only by holding these shares of the player. Because imagine you get the 10% of the shares of this player. The shares value depends on the market, okay, but if there's not much market, the share price, the base value, is related to the wage. So a player, this player, you see that he's 85 now, Dusan Vlahovic, but remember that in Soccer Wiki is not 85 anymore, is actually 90. This means that in the next release, his rating will be 90, the share price will adjust to the new rating, so will increase, and then the shares that you bought when it was 85 at a certain price will be higher. But not only that, also the dividend that you get every time he plays, it gets higher. So that's a lot of increase if you think about it. For instance, the share price is 12 and the wage is 14,000. If we look at, I know a player, Chiesa, that I also have shares of, and he plays for Juventus. Chiesa is young, like Vlahovic. He's a striker like Vlahovic, and his rating is actually 90 in this game. Maybe if I look at Soccer Manager, Soccer Wiki is already higher, I don't know, but for now is 90. And look at the share price. The share price is 30, but actually, to be fair, it's 30 because the last sale that happened was at that price level, because I did it, I bought it. If you go to shares, if you go to share history, you can see all the history of the shares. Actually, you could have bought these shares at only 5 SMC per share, and now look at me, Nix. I bought from Aaron a total of 200 shares, each share paying 30 SMC. But that was just me willing to pay that much for Chiesa shares, okay? But the actual share price fair, without me asking, wanted it for more, was 20. And we can see it because Gons972 bought 230 shares from Snailbrain, who is the co-founder of Xaya and main developer, one of the main developer of Soccer Manager Elite, that holds all the shares together with some others people, all the shares of all the players at the beginning, just to be able to sell it and distribute it. Yes, he bought it for 20, okay? So you can assume that Vlahovic rated 85. Here we go. You can assume that Vlahovic still rated 85 and the share price is 12. Once it will be updated, the share price will be like Chiesa, around 20. And if this was the real game and you would have bought shares at this level in the what, how long did it take for the rating to go up? Here we go. It went from September 1 year and a half. It went from 85 to 90, 1 year and a half, something like that. You have an 80% or around 80% increase in share price. But not only that, also the dividend, the passive income that you will get increases. By how much? Well, if you look at Chiesa, for example, I can tell you because I have Chiesa, we can simply calculate it. We know that Chiesa, for example, his wage is 66,000. So imagine I have 10% of his shares. I will get the 10% of the 2% of his wage, which I already calculated is 132 SMC each time he plays. 132. What about Vlahovic? If I had the 10% of shares of Vlahovic with a rating of 85, I would get 28 SMC. So now we can assume that Vlahovic, once we will turn 90, rating 90, will be the same as Chiesa, around Chiesa, which means that we will go from 28 SMC each time he plays to 132 SMC each time he plays. Plus, the shares have almost doubled. So this is actually very, very powerful to keep in mind, guys, because if you go to Soccer Wiki, you can kind of have an idea of what's going on in the game in terms of rating, and then already place your not orders, but already place, you know, your investment in a strategic way. Also, because at the end of each season, one season is around 5 months. In terms of league matches, is 23. Imagine, actually more, probably 25 or something like that, but imagine that a player plays 23. Your Vlahovic plays 23 matches in a season. With a rating on 85, you will get 644 SMC out of only this player. With a rating of 90, suddenly this becomes 3036 SMC. Big difference. Imagine when you have 10 players, what's gonna happen? If you get the right 10 players at the right point, so at the beginning when the shares are very low, then you can see that if you hold, and this is gonna be a persistent game, fully decentralized, nothing will ever stop it, the potential are big gain. And I will play it, I will invest it, and I will show it to you. So if you are curious about these things, just subscribe. It's better just to keep track of what I'm doing. For now, just playing a beta, but soon the real one. And that's it, guys. That's it. I spoke too much. I wanted to keep it quick, but I couldn't do it. So let's see next week. Let's see each other next week. But keep in mind that subscribe, because now I'm about to start a new how-to series to show you how to install the game, how to install the wallet for key, which type of wallet for what reason, and also how to become a manager, how to buy shares. I will do a series of how to, because I think it's gonna be helpful for everyone. And that's it. Ciao.